Louisiana's housing market is in transition thanks to a variety of factors. Lawmakers recently passed several bills they hope will create a more competitive market for homeowners insurance. At the same time, real estate agents are adjusting to changes to the way commissions work, which will affect both home buying and home selling. In this week's Louisiana Speaks, Norman Morris, the CEO of Louisiana Realtors, provides insight on the state of Louisiana's real estate market as these changes take effect. I am joined by Norman Morris. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Louisiana Realtors. Thank you so much for joining us. So you're here to kind of bring viewers up to speed, not only on the state of the real estate market, but on how recent insurance reform laws may affect the real estate market for homeowners and home buyers and realtors as well. Let's start off with what is the organization all about, Louisiana Realtors?
Louisiana Realtors is a professional trade organization made up of about 16,000 realtor members statewide, representing buyers and sellers of all types of real property stemming from residential, commercial, land, leasing.
Well, property owners, homeowners, real estate agents have been closely following insurance reform coming out of the Louisiana legislature. With the laws that will take effect, do you see this positively impacting the real estate market in Louisiana?
I really do, and it won't be overnight. It will take some time, 2 to 3 years, before we see I believe, some positive impact. And when I say that, we've had some negative impacts based on insurance companies either not expanding their portfolio of coverages or companies pulling out of the state of Louisiana. It also creates a situation where home sellers sometimes, where they can't even sell their properties because the insurance rates are so high that a buyer can't even they can get all their stuff ready to go and buy a home, but when they find out that price ticket for the insurance, they can't afford it, and it prices them out of that deal. It stopped a lot of real estate deals in Louisiana over the last several years.
What specific insurance reforms do you believe will help the real estate market?
That's a great question, and several I'll go through briefly with your viewers here today. The Fortify roof system. Alabama's done a great job, and some other states around the country. It's a new way that you can put roofs on that will ultimately, after a storm, keep water from intruding that roof system. So we believe that what happened was this session is the legislature appropriated $15 million to be able to offer grants and financial help to those that qualify and want to put those Fortify roof systems on their home. We hope in the future there's more money granted towards this program.
Any other specific ones?
Absolutely. Back in 1992, Louisiana enacted a law, what's called the 3-year rule. And basically the 3-year rule stated that if you, as a homeowner, had coverage for 3 years or longer with an insurance company, they could not non-renew you or drop your coverage. Now, I know that sounds like, you know, we're taking up for the insurance companies, but we're the only state in the union that had that law in effect. So fast forward to this legislative session, Act number 9 was just signed into law. And basically what that will say is that it gets away with the 3-year rule. It will allow companies now to go in and up to 5% of the policies in any parish be able to non-renew or drop those coverages.
In August, new rules take effect that will impact commissions earned by real estate agents. The Washington Post recently published an article headline basically warning that this is going to create real estate agent flight, that a lot of real estate agents are going to be put out of business as a result of these new commission rules.
This only affects 1 to 4 family residential properties. So it will not affect commercial or land, industrial, or leases, but any home buying aspect of a property, these new rules. So the new rules will affect 2 things. The compensation will not flow through the multiple listing service. It will be done directly between the agents representing the parties. There will have to be a written agreement in place between a realtor or a licensee representing a buyer that outlines all of the great services that the realtor provides and how that compensation based on providing those services will occur and how that will move forward. It will also require that there be no compensation placed into the multiple listing service. We still can have compensation provided by seller compensating the buyer's agent as well. It all has to be negotiated in what I call offline and not now through the MLS. So it's been going on. It's just had the MLS as a facilitator for this process. So now it will take that out of the picture.
Is Louisiana Realtors concerned that these new rules may push real estate agents out of the market?
We don't necessarily believe that, but some may choose to do that just based on the new guidelines and new rules. But the industry's always changed, and I think their expertise and their willingness to change and learn is going to only benefit the buyers and sellers that are looking to hire their great services to help them navigate through and achieve their goals of property ownership.
Well, we will wrap up our interview with an outlook on the current real estate market in Louisiana. What does it look like and where is it headed?
I think we're steady right now. It's not perfect where we'd like to see it because we'd like to see more opportunities for buyers and sellers on all fronts. Obviously, the interest rate now hovering around a little over 7%. Obviously, that when we go back several years, if you can recall, 5 years ago, we were at a 2.5, 3.5, depending that range of rates. We believe the rates may drop anywhere from 6 to 6.5, which would even be better attractive for those buyers out there wanting to either get off the sidelines and purchase another place, or new individuals into the market that want to purchase as well. So we're watching the interest rates. Obviously, the insurance reform has been a big issue that we've talked about in this segment. Flood insurance is another issue that is causing some issues with the new FEMA risk rating 2.0 and the way they're rating their new flood insurance policy. So obviously it's created some negative impacts in Louisiana, depending on where you live and how they rate those policies. So we're certainly on top of that, and hopefully can get FEMA to revise some of their ways that they look at rating, because when it's no different than property insurance. When you get a flood insurance bill that goes from $800 to $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, you can't purchase that. You can't afford that product. And if you have a mortgage, in many cases, that mortgage lender is going to require that you carry flood insurance on the property.
All right. Well, Norman, thank you so much for coming to LPB Studios to share your insight on behalf of Louisiana Realtors.
Thank you so much, Karen.